Hello Leo, and welcome to your general reading for the month of October. I'm Becky from Northern Star Tarot, and let's get into your reading, shall we? I'm so close to the end of doing these 12 star signs. It's the first month of doing them, and oh my word, is it hard work. I have already pre-shuffled the cards, but I'll give them another little shuffle. Please check out the description for the disclaimer and any information regarding any of the decks that I've used. Guardians of the Four Corners, Mother in Earth, Father in Sky. Angels, Ancestors, Sacred Ones, I call on you and welcome you here now. Please bring forth your messages for Leo for the month of October. What is the centre of our reading? What is the central theme of our reading? Come on, are you coming? Don't be shy. Oh, warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. Don't know why it was being shy to come out. And the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. I guess whenever we're doing internal work, then we have to be strong. Because sometimes we see parts of us that we're not very happy with. But that's a good thing. It's a good thing to acknowledge the parts of ourselves that we need to work on. I'm going to have a read of them as well. I'm still getting to grips with the Oracle cards and reading Oracle cards in general. So I will have a quick read. That's what I see with these two together. But let's have a look. There we go. Don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Don't settle for second best. A warrior is anyone who is ready and willing to know themselves and do what needs to be done in order to get where they want to be. In this deck, the warrior embodies fierce primal love, the warrior within, the energy you can call on to protect yourself, even if you don't think you love yourself. If you are exposed to a situation that could be harmful or dangerous, the steps you take to protect yourself are in fact acts of fierce love. Although the warrior in this card is surrounded by darkness, he is of the light. The warrior within, I'll just bring these closer so you can see them. The warrior within is made of light and has the capacity to shine even more brightly when facing darkness head on. If you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means that whatever is going on is important to you. Whenever you feel fear, you're on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that is going to really help if you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that has been unsettling you, know that you are being guided to call upon your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and always. This very much feels like the Strength card, which is the Leo card anyway. It's very much your power and your energy. Let's see what this Mirror Guardian says. Mirror Guardian. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life. to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed. These just work so well together, don't they? And the lessons you have learned. The angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. This is very encouraging of self-love. I kind of love how these backgrounds meld in together as well. They've both got this dark sort of background. I like that this is more not reflecting on the darker sides of yourself, although I see that with that. It's also recognizing and focusing on your strengths, your inner strengths, and the things that have got you to this point. So I will just get the rest of your reading out. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot deck. Shuffling for Leo for the month of October. Just one more, I think we'll do. Any messages for Leo for the month of October? Right, our underlying energy is the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So that's our energy coming in. That's also driven by the Page of Pentacles. We've got two pentacles. Two pages and lots of pentacles going on there. Five of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Someone's feeling like they've lost something. Wow. So, our underlying energy. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, the energy is very, very childlike, very youth-like, but more sort of romanticism. It's like it's wanting to manifest love, it's wanting to feel loved, and having all this to give and offer, having the fruits of your labour. I feel like there's been a lot of love and time and effort been put in to a love situation. It could be internal as well. It could be more of a, like I said, this is feeling very much like internal work. There's a lot of internal work going on here. And this is the past line, the future, the current energy and the future energies. Now, the way I see it, this is the central part, and all these energies are surrounding this central theme. So this isn't like this is what's going to happen in your future. These are just the influencing energies that are here and that I feel are surrounding and guiding you while you do internal work. There's something here like a sense of loss and regret. I kind of like the way for me to remember the card meanings is to have like a little saying with them. And my one with this is don't cry over spilt milk. It's the only way I can remember that, like, if you look at him, he's focusing on these things that he's lost and he's just not seeing the two cups that are still standing there in the light, the two opportunities that are there behind him. But maybe he's just not ready to do that yet. And if you're in this place of self-reflection and trying to work through them hurts, then you're not going to be ready to take up those new opportunities yet. And it wouldn't be wise to do so. At the same time, on the future energy of this is our head, this is where our head's at basically. Our future energy is like communication, and it's very swift as well. The ones tend to be quite active. I feel like this is messaging, or with this reflective work, I feel like there's going to be some need for communication, or stronger communication with the person that you're dealing with, or even just for yourself. Like I said, there's such a feeling of internal work here. It is possible that this is just taking time out to write down the things that you feel, to write down your emotions, to work through the things that are going on in your head. And then mirroring here across this is the heart line. We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So this is quite interesting. I love the way she's turning her back on this as well. She's like, no, not. This in our past energy is feeling left out in the cold. It's feeling like it's known as the poverty card. And it is just, it's a sense of not having enough, not having enough love, not having enough wealth. Just that feeling of emptiness, but not necessarily in an emotional sense. This is more our practical world. But there's help there. There's like a church there in the background that they could go in and seek shelter or ask for help. But that's the past energy coming in. I think this is where you've already been, what you've already been through, maybe what you're reflecting on as well. The fact that you've got these two cards here, these two fives. The fives are quite turbulent cards in every single suit. The fives is when we hit an impasse, we hit a part of conflict. And it's either, for the cups, it's emotional conflict. For the pentacles, it's financial conflict. When I say financial, sorry, I mean anything of our earthly belongings. So it could be when something breaks in your house and you just haven't got the money to fix it. And then something else breaks as well, because that's how it happens, isn't it? It happens in threes. And we've got the Four of Cups as well, which is, it's being bored. It's not being happy with what we've got. And especially with this underneath, it's feeling very much like, maybe like what we had wasn't appreciated. And we were out seeking more. This is our foundation line here, but sorry, going back to the Queen of Cups here. I feel like you've turned your back on that now. You've turned your back on that way of thinking and that way of feeling, and you're going off in a new direction. I am feeling this as your energy rather than another person. I try to not, unless I feel strongly that it is another person. With the court cards, I tend to see it as your energies, because the reading is for you, or the cross washer. It could be the energies around you also. The Queen of Cups is a nurturing emotion. I always see the queens as the nurturer of their suit, and they always have like storm clouds or like rough seas in the background of their cards. And to me it feels like, yeah, there's been emotional torment, there's probably been lots of tears and that, but she's kept her composure, and she's still got love to give. She's still got something in her cup to take out into the world. I feel, like I said, I feel this is an urge for self-love, to just start loving and appreciating what you bring to the world and what your purpose is in the world. And on our foundation line here, like I said, we've got the Four of Cups in the background, in the past there, of being bored and discontent and just not feeling challenged, really. And underneath that, well, straight down the centre of our reading here, which is, for me, the most important part, is this line, because this is now. And at the end of the day, the most important moment that we are living is right now. It's not the past. It's not the future. It's where we are right now. And what we make of right now. But they've got Knight of Swords. Now, the Knights always progress a situation. And I feel like that comes in very nicely after the Four of Cups. It was like, this wasn't working this way. Let's go and find a new way of doing it. Let's go and find a new truth. It's quite, like, the swords always cut through really sharply. The swords are truth, they're quite headstrong. And I think Leo's, particularly of the stars, of the fire signs, is the most headstrong. Because you're a fixed sign, which means you can be a bit stubborn, to say the least. I have a Leo sister who's probably watching this laughing at me now. So, I mean, at least one thing you can guarantee with Leos is their conviction. If they are going to pursue something, then they're going to pursue it, and they will pursue it to death. If they've got an idea in their head or a thought in their head, it's coming out, and it doesn't matter if it's sharp. It will come out. But then there's a decision here. There's this energy coming in from the future here of needing to go inside oneself to make a decision and find a solution to something. So I don't know, like I said, this all feels very, very personal to yourself rather than outside influence or outside factors. And I feel like that's what this decision is. Maybe it's just what road you take forward once you've learnt about yourself, once you've learnt or understood yourself better. What do you do with that information then? What do you do with them choices? How do you go forward from that? I'm just going to get some clarifiers. I really, really, really want to use my new cards, but I don't want to mess up this reading either. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Where's the Five of Cups there? Oh. Eight of Wands, thank you. Wow, that's way too many. And none of them have flipped over. To get a flash of the Queen of Wands there. Let's see if she's going to make an appearance. What are they doing? They keep firing like 4 cards. I think it's because they're so small. They kind of just come out in clumps. So we've got the Two of Swords again. This is for the Five of Cups up here. The Six of Wands. The Four of Swords. And the Four of Pentacles. So we've got 2 4 cards there. So it looks like there was a decision in the past that you had to make, a choice regarding this loss, this emotional loss, this emotional hurt. And whatever you chose was a cause for celebration. But now now it's in a state of comfort and retreat and reflection. But holding on to what we've got, holding on to what we've gained. Why is the Eight of Wands there? That was quick. Seven of Swords. This is being tactful about a situation. It's using our cunning and intellect, or communicating our intellect. Like I said, this feels a lot, it's all focusing inwards. It's you focusing inwards on yourself. Maybe it's communicating your intelligence and communicating where your strong points are. I'm going to get another clarifier for that, actually. Where's the Eight of Wands there? See, the Seven of Swords at a lower vibration can be a bit sneaky. But to me in this reading, it's feeling a bit more tactful. It's approaching something using intellect and communicating that. Maybe there's a need to communicate that. Yeah, nothing else is coming out for that, sorry. Five of Pentacles. Where's the Five of Pentacles there? We've got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you escape that quickly. The Knight of Wands goes dashing in and out of things. I think you didn't like being in this place. You didn't like being in this feeling like something was lacking. So you came out of it. You hightailed away from it and thought you weren't coming back to it. Ten of Cups. Because you wanted fulfillment. You want emotional fulfillment. This is like the happy family card. This is the having so much love and abundance that it overflows into the people around you. And maybe that's why you're doing the inner work. Let's have a look. I'm going to get a clarifier for that. Thank you. I always get confused with this because the front looks like the back. Yeah, this is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is things moving in your favour now. I feel like you went through a rough patch. You went through a rough patch, and whatever it was, it made a massive dent in your confidence. And it feels like a tower moment. It feels like everything got pulled down and you questioned everything, not only about yourself, but about the things around you and the people around you. And now you're rebuilding yourself so much stronger than before. Queen of Wands. I thought she'd come out. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands is us. It's the fire. Oop, she's the queen of the fire signs. And she just radiates confidence and creative enthusiasm. And I feel like this is where we're heading. This is where we want to be. This is why we're doing the inner work and the self-reflecting, because we want to be the best version of ourselves that we can be, so that we can get the Ten of Cups. Where's the Queen of Cups there? Where's the Queen of Cups? I also do weekly energy reading, weekly energy forecasts, I call them. And that's just looking at the energies, that's for any star sign. Looking at the energies that are coming in to us for the week ahead. And my theory is that it'll tie in with the themes of the star sign readings as well. Because we do have themes. I always say this, regardless of star signs, you ever have moments where like you'll chat with your friends and you're like, oh God, like everyone around me is breaking up at the moment. And it always feels a bit like we're going through the same stuff at the same time sometimes. Not with every single person, obviously, but I always feel like sometimes, you know, when people say there's something in the air, and that's what I feel like it's with the energies. And the last few weeks of October that I've done, I only started doing this in October, so very new to this. Not the tarot, obviously, but I am YouTube videos with the tarot. But yeah, the themes that have been going through that have been about transformation and shedding the old and stepping into a new beginning for ourselves. Almost like a new year, like the turn of the wheel of the year. It's like, it's very much of the season. It's feeling very, very Halloween-y in that sense of just reflecting on our ghosts, the ghosts of Christmas past. Anyway, for the Queen of Cups here, we have got the Six of Swords. That is moving away from this troubled emotions. It's moving away, and I'm feeling like this is a lot more permanent than before. It's feeling, you feel a lot stronger. The Leo energy in this reading feels stronger. The Ten of Swords. I didn't even call that. We're still on Queen of Cups though, so I'll go with that. This is what you've moved away from. Normally in a pack of, normally the 10 of swords in the deck will have a person with swords in their back, 10 swords in their back. And if we're doing it on an internal level, it's trying to run away from, trying to escape the emotions that we've had, or the thoughts that we've had, or just aspects of ourselves as well, just running away from them, but it catches up with us eventually, and that's what those swords are in the back. It can be externally, it can be pain from the external, but this entire reading has just got a sense of self to it. I suppose that is my job as a tarot reader, is to interpret. Where's the Four of Cups? That was really quick. We got the Five of Wands out for the Four of Cups. See, that suggests competition. It's quite aggressive. And whether that was feeling bored and feeling like you weren't getting anywhere because it was so combative. But that is a past energy. And the Knight of Swords? Where's the Knight of Swords there for Leo? Thank you. Nine of Cups. This is anxiety. This is the pinnacle of anxiety. This is waking up, sleepless nights, constantly having negative thoughts and negative energy. But I feel like you're moving away from that now. You're moving away from that and starting to look a bit more logically at yourself instead of critical at yourself. Well, that's what the cards are urging you to do if you're still in this thinking or speaking negatively about yourself. It's time to start focusing on the positives of yourself and recognizing it yourself so that others can see it as well. We've got the King of Wands. So we've got a Queen of Wands and King of Wands there. Kind of feeling like this is our masculine counterpart. If you're the feminine, you could also be the masculine. That does not necessarily mean male or female. I resonate more with a masculine energy. I'm an Aries. Aries tend to have quite a masculine energy, I think. But yeah, this is feeling more like another person. Possibly another fire sign, another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is also like, this is someone we've learnt from. Someone possibly older than us. Someone that we've learnt lessons from. That have been our guide in this situation. Two of Swords. Where's the Two of Swords there? What decision does Leo have to make? Nope. The Hanged Man. Well, that's not very helpful, is it? The Hanged Man is taking a pause before you make this decision, but also looking at it from a new perspective. Maybe you need a different approach to whatever it is you're dealing with here, whatever internal work it is that you're dealing with. And I think this draws back to that speaking negatively about yourself. So if you've got that negative voice saying that you can't do this and that you've done that and that's talking yourself down, it's finding a new voice now. It's changing that inner thought and inner voice to be something more positive. Right, I'm just going to get a Power Thought card from Louise Hay. I bought these and I bought some postcards as well. Some positive thinking postcards, because I think it's always nice to end with a final thought that is positive and encourages us to grow ourselves. What message have we got for Leo? I am willing to change. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. Oh my God. That was just like spot on, that, wasn't it? I love kind of the autumn colours as well. We've got the butterfly there. It is the season of change. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. So I think that just completely echoes everything that I've been saying here. It's all about internal change and transformation into the best version of yourself that you can be. Okay, that's all from me. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, yada yada. And blessings and light.